What's the deal, y'all? It's y'all boy, Battle Rap Chuck 92. Y'all subscribe to that channel, alright? Subscribe. Okay. First off, before I even get into the swamp versus like a verb thing, I want to talk about like I appreciate as far as the battle rap talking, like the battle rap, you know what I'm saying, type, you know, just like trash talk, you know what I'm saying, to get a battle started. I'm all for it. I do like it. Verb, definitely, like, you know what I'm saying, be going like crazy. And not saying that he shouldn't, because at the end of the day, it has to do with competitiveness. Well, basically being competitive, okay? It has everything to do with being competitive. And that's to the young battlers too. But I also appreciate Swamp and Ace I Mean, you know what I'm saying, you know, for actually, like, you know what I'm saying, just going back at them. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what Verb is saying about them that you feel like is true, regardless of what you like, and regardless of what they're saying about Verb, you know what I'm saying, is true or not. It's you know, they fighting back with him, which is actually a good thing. I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, Swamp and Ace I Mean going back at him. You know what I mean? It's actually a good thing. It shows the competitive, like it really shows how competitive, you know what I'm saying, this sport is. Okay? Now, I know a lot of people will sit here and just be like, oh, well, Verb could be telling the truth about certain things, you know what I'm saying? Verb is this, Verb is that, Verb is begging for a battle, whatever y'all want to do. And the same with Ace I Mean, oh, Ace I Mean is trying to get a battle with Verb. Swamp saying he won a battle with Verb, but he don't. So, either way, you're going to feel away. But before I even, like, talk about as far as, like, this Swamp and Verb thing, this is what I will say about Swamp. I actually like Swamp. Swamp is, I told people, and I still kind of feel that way. I said the new up and comers, as far as like the new cats, as far as who Uriel is pushing, bro. I told people I like Jada Nightwing, I like Swamp, and I like Easy the Block Captain. Them are my favorite like new cats, and Fine just kind of like creeping up in there. Okay, I've been told people this. Now, a while back, Swamp was going at it with all three of these cats at the same time on a caffeine app, which was New Jersey Twerk, it was T-Top, and it was Tay-Rob. Regardless of however y'all feel, Swamp beat New Jersey Twerk, and I don't care what y'all gonna say as far as with him not being prepared, you know, with New Jersey Twerk not being prepared, but he beat New Jersey Twerk. Sorry, he did. New Jersey Twerk should never battled him if he wasn't prepared. That's just on New Jersey Twerk. Now, T-Top, now, I guess you could say T-Top win because he was more, you know, prepared, you know, than Swamp. But as far as the material, Swamp material was better than T-Top's. It was. And if Swamp would have came with all like 3 rounds where he didn't like choke or anything like that, he probably would have beaten T-Top. But then people still be saying, you know what I'm saying, Swamp beat T-Top even though Swamp choked, because they appreciated Swamp material more. He goes against Tay-Rock. I thought it was over for Swamp when Tay-Rock was wigging on him in the first round. Swamp dang near came back and damn near made the battleable. I said debatable. And damn near made the battle, you know, debatable 2-1. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like people don't really like sit here and talk about this. We're not gonna sit here and say that Swave is an easy opponent to, you know what I'm saying, to run through. It's not easy to beat Swave. And I think Swamp beat him 2-1. Okay? Swamp beat Nitty, one of the best punchers in the game. Swamp beat Fonz, one of the best punchers in the game. I mean, at least Fonz is on his way there. Made it all the way to the finals with JC, and then yeah, he did kind of slip up a little bit, you know what I mean? So JC ended up edging him 2-1. So I don't want lean, like I'm not trying to even take credit away from Swamp. That's for one. But I'm just like letting you know this. I'm letting you know this right here though, Swamp. When you say that you don't care about certain things and it is what it is, and then you say that you care, it just confuses me. Because you really have to understand what this is. That's why I appreciate what Easy the Block Captain is doing, because he knows what this is. He knows what he has to do. Okay? Easy the Block Captain knows what he has to do. You know, he sit back, focus, and just get prepared. Swamp is just not as focused as the Easy the Block Captain. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's just not. My hand is tripping, y'all. So don't think I'm doing anything crazy. My arm is messing with me. So, regardless of whatever is going on with Swamp, regardless if it's dealing with, real life or whatever, I hope everything go good. But I can't just sit here and act like Swamp has just been A1. Because, like I said, he's still a little chippy as far as his preparation. So, one thing where I just really, really paid attention to with Swamp was when up in this chat that he made after his battle with Saga. I know a lot of people saying he's losing. He's lost that battle, but I haven't seen it. A lot of people said he kind of choked. He said he kind of had a hard choke. So, one thing they kind of said is, are you going to be able to rap with like a verb or something like that? And he said he don't have to. He could just be him. Well, I'm going to tell you this though, Swamp. If you go against Verb, bro, you're going to have to rap more than you think, bro. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're going to have to come with it with Verb. Especially like that Shotgun Suge type Verb. You got to come with it, Swamp. I'm going to tell you that right now. Y'all could sit here and hate Verb all y'all damn near want to. It's funny because I was sitting back, like me and my people. It was like 4 of us. We was sitting back, we was watching Verb versus Suge. We all had Verb winning the battle, bro. All of us had Verb winning the battle. And they said it with no hesitation, okay? Even though Shotgun Suge did real good. And these people who I was talking to, they're very, very aware of Verb. They're very, very aware of Swamp. They said, I asked them, I said, so the fact that Verb and Swamp kind of be going in it like on Twitter Spaces or whatever, back and forth with each other, they be having their own room or whatever. I said, do y'all think Swamp is ready for that type of Verb? They said, hell no. That's exactly what they said, Swamp. They said, hell no. And then another thing where it hit me was when Swamp said, all he gonna do is just talk about like what he did back in the days, and then I'm gonna just talk about how gay his ass is. And it's like, if you think you're gonna have the same type of angles who people have against Verb, you're not gonna win like that. You're not gonna win like that. Especially if you get Verb up in a small room. Your best bet is to try to get him up in a big room, of course, because, a lot of people don't like Verb. They just don't. A lot of people don't like Verb, bro. But, getting Verb up in a small room, bro, but Swamp, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna have to rap more than you think, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You could front, you could put on the front or whatever the case might be. It is what it is. If you go up in there with Verb, you gotta get it. And then at the same time, I know a lot of people be sitting here talking about like, well, you for instance, Swamp, you was saying something like, you want chess. But then it just kills me. Because I'm just like, whose stock is way higher? Chess or Verb? But maybe your material for chess is just better than you having a material for Verb. That's what it gotta be. Because first of all, if y'all want to sit here and say that chess is better than Verb, first off, chess need to be prepared first before anybody want to sit here and say that he's better than Verb. Chess got to be prepared, like Chess got to be prepared for a lot of battlers before he said it. You said before he say that he's better than them. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now, okay? He got to be better than all of these cats. If he feel like that, if he feel like he's better than all of these cats, he got to be prepared first. So it's just like you rather have a Chess than a Verb. And from what it looks like, if you would want to go against a Chess right now, you might not be able to go against Chess as far as live, as far as on a big card. You might be able to go against Chess on like an outside battle. that goes on the URL app. It don't go on like on anything else but the URL app. It don't go on caffeine. It don't go on URL TV, YouTube, or nothing. It goes on a URL app. That's the only way how you gonna battle chess. But this the thing though. I will understand Swamp if you like, nah, because some of these battle rappers, they go against some of these people, these big time people who sell tickets, they get their biggest check or whatever, but then at the same time, no, they don't even have enough time like that. They feel like if URL calls them and asks them, do they want to battle this person? They feel like they might not ever get that person again. So they're like, oh no, if they give them to me now, I'm gonna take them now. No, forget that. But you know one person that had that mindset though, who I give him props for, regardless if y'all want to say that he won or lost his battles, that was Geechee Gotti. At least when Geechee Gotti was like, I ain't turning down no bread, and Geechee Gotti said that with his own mouth. That's why Geechee Gotti and probably Easy to Block Captain is like the biggest new battlers today. Geechee Gotti said, I'm not turning down no bread. And every time when you see Geechee Gotti go against people in the ring, he give his all. And Geechee Gotti never have really experienced getting 30. Yeah, I mean, unless y'all want to talk about Mook maybe. He never really experienced getting 30. He had his little stumble or whatever against A-Ward. He battled A-Ward like the first time they battled. He battled A-Ward about like 3 years ago, bro. About like 2 years ago. Like come on, bro. So if you have that mindset of like a Geechee Gotti, you got to be prepared every time, Swamp. But if you have the mindset of like a Easy to Block Captain, because he kind of take his time more than Geechee Gotti. You don't see Easy to Block Captain battling on URL apps and stuff like that, and not even on caffeine. It seemed like Easy to Block Captain just sit back and just wait. He don't go against like the Swamps, the Jada Nightwings, the Real Six, the Fonzas, the Kid Chaoses, the Nuns. He just don't just go out and do stuff like that. So if you want to have that type of mindset, you can. But then at the same time, though, Swamp is really not up in that position because his choking kind of hurt him before. His choking hurt him like a few times. So that kind of messes up Swamp a little bit as far as like with him not being prepared here and there. But like I said, Swamp has been more prepared than him going through chokes. I will say that. One thing I will say about Swamp, you cannot, you know what I'm saying, you cannot compare him to a New Jersey Twerk or like a Chess, because Swamp is most definitely at least more prepared than them two battlers. But I'm gonna tell you right now though, Swamp, you're thinking the wrong way, bro. If you think that you could just go up in here and just be you or whatever, okay, that's cool. You could be you. But your bars is gonna have to be up there, and you're gonna have to be able to match verb speed. And if you're not able to go up in there and match verb speed, Swamp, it's gonna be a long night for you, bro. It's gonna be a long night, dog. So that was the main thing as far as like that I wanted to say on this whole thing. And another thing too, though, Swamp, like when I actually showed like my other homie, you or whatever, he really do like you. He really do appreciate as far as like what you bring to the table as a battle rapper. And I told him straight up, before you and Verb start going at it back and forth on spaces, I told the homie, I said, hey, you know who I want to see Swamp against? I said Verb. Because y'all both talk y'all stuff. Y'all both don't care about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both from like different type of eras, you know what I'm saying? Neither one of you guys is from the East Coast, so it ain't nothing like with me seeing like a South Carolina cat go against a St. Louis cat. It's just different because neither one of y'all from the East Coast, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, you guys give like that gutter, you know what I'm saying? Both of y'all give like that gutter feel. So that's why I want to see a Swamp versus Verb. But if Swamp is saying that he's not interested in Verb, then don't battle him. If you're not interested in Verb, because it's not gonna hurt Verb, of course. If you don't want to battle Verb, Swamp, don't battle him, bro. Don't battle him, bro. Now URL is kind of like a little tricky here and there. Well, they only really tricky to certain people, but I can see URL not ready to put Swamp against certain people because they're low-key still trying to push you though. I will say that though. I will say that though. I will say on the low, they low key like trying to like push you still. And URL was kind of going through certain things, you know. They no longer might not be able to control the Geechee Gotti no more. Well, I wouldn't say control. Control is like a big word, but they won't no longer really be dealing with Geechee Gotti as far as being like the face of URL no more, because Geechee Gotti gonna want that bag. And then as far as Easy the Block Captain battling on that Remy card, who knows as far as how URL was gonna be like looking at him. You feel me? Who knows as far as how Easy, like, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? So you, for instance, they gotta like look at you. They might have to like look at certain people who, you know, I don't even want to say his name. I really don't. People gotta come prepared first. But just know that URL was looking at that person. Because, you know what I'm saying, you know, he's electrifying. He's electrifying. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, that's like a different thing. So like I said, Swamp, if you don't want to battle Verb, if they call you and ask you, you know what I'm saying, like if you want to battle Verb, if you don't want to battle him, then don't battle him, bro. I'm going to say that right now. Because if you go up in there and just get a check and then you come up in there subpar against Verb, Swamp, I'm going to tell you right now, bro, Verb is going to get you up out of here, bro. I'm telling you. Verb is gonna get you up out of here. I've seen how people act like, you know what I'm saying, like up in like their face-offs, and then when they go into the battle. I see how people promote stuff and then when they go into the battle. One thing about Verb, y'all can talk about Verb all y'all want, but when Verb is promoting, he talking like major trash, most of his battles he has won more than he lost. And Verb is not a person that goes up in a battle choking. He does not deal with that. Him and Hitman is very, very good for not choking. They have a different type of blood, bro. They don't go up in there choking. Mook ain't never really did anything like that. Tay-Rock didn't really start doing stuff like that until like his later days. But when Tay-Rock was coming up early, even like going towards the middle, when Tay-Rock was looked at as like the URL dude, Tay-Rock wasn't doing no choking, bro. So like I said, I would love to see that battle, but like I said though, Swamp, hey, if you don't want Verb, you don't want Verb. You know what I'm saying? End of the discussion, bro. End of the discussion. If you don't want to battle Verb, then don't battle him. That's just how I feel about like the whole thing, bro. But if you do battle him, I will be excited to see it. But at the end of the day, F as far as like what I think, because at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. I'm out.